Hello and welcome to 3-11. Today we're talking about using models to interpret the remainder. What does that remainder really mean? So let's take a look at it today. All right, a group of 5th graders collected 46 cans of food to donate to 3 food banks. If each food bank is going to get an equal number of cans, how many cans do they each receive? Okay. So we are going to take 46. Oh, let me get my pen tool out here. 46 divided by 3. Okay. Divide 4 divided by 3. Multiply 3 times 1. That's 3. Subtract. 3 goes into 16. 5 times. 3 times 5 is 15, and I'm going to subtract it and get 1. Okay, so how many cubes can they put on each plate? Let's say how many, not cubes, how many cans? How many cans does each person, each of the food banks get? They would each get 15. And there's 1 left over. I can divide them equally into 15 in each group of 3. And then I have 1 left over. So since each food bank is able to get the same number of cans of food, they will each receive 15 cans, and there is 1 can left over. Okay, so who do you decide who gets to get that last can? I don't know, you'd have to figure it out, I suppose. All right, let's go to the next one. A total of 35 students are going on a field trip to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. If there needs to be 1 adult for every 8 students, how many adults are needed? So here we have our representation of plates, which are our groups. So if I take 35 and I divide it by 8, I know that 8 times 4 is 32, and then I'm left with 3 remainders. Okay, so here we go. How many plates are there with 8 students? There are 4 plates with 8 students. How many cubes are left over? 3. So when we think about this, we need a chaperone for every 8 students. So if I only have 4 chaperones, I have 3 students with no chaperone. So let's see here. There are 4 groups of 8 students. They will each need an adult. There are 3 groups who are not enough for a full group of 8, but they will also need an adult. So if I have 4 adults, and I'm going to need 1 more for the group of 3, I need 5 adults to cover these kids. Okay, so you can see in this case we didn't just do 4 remainder 1 or 3, because those 3 kids, they didn't even have a chaperone. They can't go by themselves. So we need to accommodate for that. We need to think about that and make sure we have enough. Okay, so that's what we're kind of talking about today, interpreting the quotient. Sometimes can we have some remainders and not care about it? Sure. But more than often than not, we really need to think about that remainder and think about its purpose. What do we need for that? So that's kind of what this last one is. It says in activity 1, the remainder was dropped. We didn't care about it. So to remind you, in activity 1, we talked about the cans. There was 1 can left over. Okay, we're just going to leave it in our house, and maybe we'll eat that 1 can. We don't need to figure out what to do with it. We'll just drop it, and we'll say each place can get 15 cans. Okay, but in activity 2, we had to think about our remainder, and we rounded up to the next number because we needed enough to cover the kids. We can't have kids going out and about without any chaperones. Okay, so a lot of times with money too, we always need to round up because we don't want to go in and say, oh, well, I kind of have about enough. If something costs $200 and I have $195, that rounds up to $200, so I should have enough, right? No, I'm $5 short. The people at the cashier or that check you out are not going to say, okay, I'll spot you $5. You should always round up and make sure you have more than enough money. So money and definitely kids. We don't want kids going on a field trip just wandering around, 3 kids. They're going to need to have someone take care of them. Okay, So we need to really think about what is that remainder and what is its purpose for the problem we're working on. It's not always just, okay, I divided, I'm done. I don't have to think anymore. We really have to interpret that. So I didn't really write anything on here, but hopefully you're kind of making those connections about what are remainders and what do they mean. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.